Before I begin, I just want to say I have both my eyes. Peyton, don't worry. And second, I'm an Apple guy. Yeah. So I grew up in a Hispanic household with a single parent, and the whole like LGBT thing, like just all the diversity and everything. But so my mom plays a really big role in my life. And a couple years ago, she had a traumatic brain injury. And now she has issues with like balance and memory and some other stuff as well. So now she doesn't like go down the stairs. She gets carried, and it's all paid for by Social Security and everything. And then, but by and large, realistically, a lot of the stuff that affects her is her memory. And we'll have a conversation, and the next day she'll be like, "Hey, this," and I'm like, "I told you this already." And so she has a hard time remembering, but as soon as I piss her off, she remembers everything. Like, everything. So, yeah. So, again, I said I was Hispanic. Well, I'm half Hispanic. And I don't speak Spanish, which, if you're my mom, that means I'm a disgrace. So yeah. Which kind of like, just thought I'd keep it going. I decided to join the Army afterward, and it's going horrible. So I decided I'm gonna get out. And so I've been scrolling through LinkedIn recently. They're always like, you need to make sure you're like just networking and doing everything you need to do for that. And I was scrolling through, and I came across this other veteran. And he shared this thing that said, like, you shouldn't be putting your Army credentials or experience on LinkedIn because no one cares. So I'm like, so I click on it and I start scrolling through his page, and I'll be damned. Front and center was all of his military experience. And I can be a little petty and a little spiteful sometimes. So I went back to the post and I was like, hey, you might want to remove all your Army military experience because no one cares. So there's that. So recently, monkeypox, it's a thing, fortunately. I decided to go get vaccinated, so I live in DC, went up to the thing, they have this security guard, she's sitting down, and she's like, I need to see your appointment and your proof of residency and everything, so I show her everything. She's like, all right, and then she follows up with, so do you qualify to get the vaccine? And let me tell you, I had just left from the gym and it was leg day. So I showed up and I'm wearing like Ranger panty booty shorts. And she's looking at me and I'm looking at her. And she looks me up and down and then she goes like, yeah, you look like you should go, so just go ahead and go in. Meanwhile, I'm like, I wish you would have just called me a slur. So I go inside, I fill out the form, and I sit down, and I'm like, I start looking around, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people in here. And I start looking around some more, I'm like, wow, there's some actually really attractive people in here. This is the place you go to get monkeypox. So, yeah, I went back this past Sunday to get my second dose, and there were women there this time. I was like, what? So yeah, there was that and everything, but I love my mom. She's super supportive of me being bisexual, and recently, this past summer, I graduated with my master's degree. And I got my cap and gown in the mail. So, school colors. And the collar, you don't get to pick the color, in case you didn't know. It's based upon your degree. And I studied public health, and so that degree is salmon or pink. So I take a picture of it with my mom. And the response I get kind of like instantly is, why'd you pick pink? And here I realized I was at split roads. I could do one of two things. I could give her the actual answer that I get to pick it, or what I actually sent her. Which was, it's so everyone knows I like men. So there's that. And yeah, that turned out great. My favorite, didn't start an argument at all. But yeah, on my way in, I received a phone call. And it was like this, very obviously a scammer. And they called me and they're like, hello, we are canceling your social security number if you don't do X, Y, Z right now. And I'm like, you're gonna cancel my social security number? and my student loan debt, click. So that's all I got. I'm Kyle. Thank you.